So today we'll start with chemical bonding and molecular structure. So far we have seen how the elements are classified and the trend in the periodic table, how the periodic properties change when you move left to right or top to bottom in a group. Now this is a separate topic called as chemical bonding and molecular structure. So this entire chapter is divided into two parts, chemical bond, right? And then we'll discuss about the molecular structure. Now to give an introduction, we should know what are atoms. We all know atoms are usually the smallest particle of an element which may or may not be capable, able to exist independently. So in an element, the atom may have they may exist alone or they may not exist alone. That is, they may have free existence or not, that depends. But there are certain elements whose atom does not exist they depend and they do not exist independently, like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, phosphorus, etc. So a group of atoms existing together as one species and having a definite property is called as a molecule. So first of all, we know that atoms may have free existence or may not have free existence. They may exist freely or they may not have free existence. Both the things are possible. So for the atom which are free existence, they exist alone, they are independent. But the ones that do not have free existence, there is a combination of atom taking place. So atoms combine and then they form molecules. So the atoms, when they combine together, there is some force which holds the atom together, and that force which holds the atoms together in a molecule is called as a chemical bond. So ये जो first topic है chemical bonding. So first we have to know what is a chemical bond. So chemical bond is the force. What is it? It's a force that holds the atom together in a molecule. एक force जो atom को इकट्ठा रखता है molecule के अंदर, उसको कहते हैं chemical bond. Now, when we talk about chemical bond, we should know which kind of force does it exist. There are different kind of chemical bond. So in this particular unit, we will study the types of chemical bond. And very importantly, we will see why do atoms combine. The first question that we need to think when we have molecule is why are atoms combining? Okay? Then why are certain combinations possible? Why not all the combinations possible when they form a molecule? Then why do some atoms combine to form molecule and certain atoms do not combine to form molecule? What are the possible molecular shape of different molecules? Okay? So we will look into all these aspects in this particular chapter, chemical bonding and molecular structure. So first we shall see that what is a chemical bond. A chemical bond is a force that holds the atom in a molecule together, and that's called a chemical bond. Okay? And to explain all these things, why is a chemical bond formed in a molecule? Now, what is the shape of the molecule? Okay? Why do certain atoms combine? Why do certain atoms do not combine? So different approaches have been given by different scientists to explain all these things, and the different theories have been put forward by different scientists. The first theory was given by Cornelius. Cornelius approach. We will discuss this. Then we will discuss VSEPR. We will discuss about VBT and MOT. These all tell us about the second topic, that is a molecular structure. What is the structure of the molecule? We come to know by all these theoretical aspects. And why do atoms combine? Why do certain atoms combine? So these different theories have been given to explain all these questions, and we will discuss each in detail in later part of it. So first thing that we will start is, why do atoms combine? What is the reason that atoms combine? Okay, so atoms, it was earlier understood, Cauchy-Lewis were the first person to give this approach, that atoms combine to complete the octet. That is, to become stable, they combine. Okay, now they can combine in different manner, that we will discuss again. So atoms combine to become stable by completing the octet, and this was the first approach given by Cauchy-Lewis. This is called Cauchy-Lewis approach. This gives us, this attempts to explain why do atoms combine, or why is a chemical bond formed. A chemical bond is formed to complete the octet of an atom. An atom tries to complete its octet, so they combine together to form a bond. Okay? And we will see the atoms of different elements are combining because they have different number of electrons in the outermost shell, so they combine in different manner to complete their octet. Okay? So why do atoms combine? They combine to become stable. And how do they become stable? By completing the octet. Now how do they complete the octet? They complete the octet either by sharing electron between the atoms, or by transferring electron from one atom to another. So a chemical bond is formed by sharing electron or transferring electron, and they share and they transfer to complete the octet. To complete the octet, they undergo chemical bond formation. Okay? So atoms combine either by transferring electron or by sharing electron to complete the octet. That is, they try to become stable. So when you talk about sharing of electron, the chemical bond is called as a covalent bond. When atom combine to form a molecule by sharing electron, it's a covalent bonding. And when atom combine by transferring electron, it's called as an ionic bond. So the two bond initially were explained as chemical bond and ionic bond. A chemical bond is formed by, that is, a covalent bond is formed by sharing of electron, and ionic bond is formed by transferring of electrons. So atom combine, and the force that holds the atom together is a chemical bond. The chemical bond can be either covalent or ionic. If the electrons are getting shared, it's a covalent bond. If the electrons are getting transferred from one atom to another, it's the ionic bond. So this is the first approach, Cauchy-Lewis approach. Now we shall see the Lewis symbol and electron dot structure. So we will discuss now Lewis symbol and how to represent the valence electron. So now we will discuss Lewis symbols, and it is a way of representing the valence electrons. Okay? So in the formation of the molecule, the outer shell electrons are only involved, and these outer shell electrons are called as valence electron. That is the electron in the outermost shell. The electron in the outermost shell are called as valence electron, and these valence electrons are responsible for forming a chemical bond. A chemical bond is formed by the utilization of valence electron. Now G. N. Lewis scientists introduced certain symbol to represent valence shell electron in an atom, and these are called valence symbol, Lewis symbol or electron dot symbol. तो लुइस ने एक रिप्रेजेंटेशन बताया जिससे हम सिर्फ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं, and that's called the Lewis symbol or electron dot symbol, in which we write the atom and around it how many valence electron are present, that is being represented by the dot. For example, in the case of lithium, lithium has noble gas configuration helium 2s1. So only one electron in its outermost shell. So we will write lithium Li with one dot. This is the Lewis symbol or electron dot symbol for lithium. If I need to write for beryllium, which is helium 2s2 having 2 electrons in the outermost shell, we will write like this. If you talk about boron, it has 3 electrons in the outermost shell. Carbon has 4 electrons in the outermost shell. So these are electron dot structure. Nitrogen has 5 electrons in the outermost shell. Oxygen has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So this is called as the Lewis symbol or electron dot structure. So these Lewis symbol or electron dot structure tells us the way of representing the outer shell electron. And this Lewis symbol, we represent the valence electron in terms of dot. Okay? We are not considering the inner electron, only valence electron are considered, and will try to satisfy the valency. So in some case, the valency of the element is equal to the valence electron, or it's 8 minus the valence electron. Okay? So respectively, that many number of bond an atom will form, either equal to the valence electron or 8 minus valence electron. So this is what is a chemical bond. It's a force between atom in a molecule. Okay? There are different kind of ways of holding atom in a molecule together. That can be either by sharing electron or by transferring electron. Now which electron are you using? The atom uses the outer shell electron called as valence electron, and there are different approaches given by different scientists, and the first approach that we are studying is Clausius-Lewis approach, which tells us why do atoms combine. They combine to complete the octet and become stable, and which electron are used. It tells us that valence electron are used, and now in further class we will see the different kind of bond formation, ionic bond and covalent bond using Lewis approach.